I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
I'm gonna make this super quick. It's Friday, May 28th. We're back in the same area where we saw the hen and the jake on Monday. I just looked over my shoulder. I don't know if it's the hen, the jake, or another bird, but it's making its way down here, so I don't know how I'm gonna get everything shifted around. We may have to rely on the tactic cam, but hopefully it sees a decoy comes this way.
Unfortunately, the birds angled up the hill, staying well out of shotgun range. The following morning was rainy, so I took a chance and moved to an area near some hemlocks, hoping maybe the birds would try to use them for cover when they roosted.
Well, not a whole lot. It's gone right this morning. Although, better than losing a camera in the rain, I guess. An investment in a little camo umbrella makes a lot of difference. But, the break in the rain we were supposed to get doesn't look like it's gonna happen. Maybe this evening now, I'm not sure. But I'm thinking we're gonna get back, kind of try everything out, and be ready to go if an opportunity this evening presents itself to get out. Well, I was pretty optimistic going into this evening. I thought I had a pretty good plan, and to be honest, I guess I did, but just didn't execute it in time. Walking in here, I got not 10 yards from where I wanted to set up, and as soon as I could see down over the hill, there were 4 birds just down here on the hillside. I don't even know, jakes or hens. They look small, but it could have been they were all hens. That just doesn't seem likely to me. But they didn't fly off, and I never heard any butting, so I'm guessing they kind of just worked their way away from me. Maybe they'll come back. We're set up basically right above where we've been going in the mornings and seeing them up on this hillside. So hopefully they're gonna come back here. Like I said, if they didn't spook bad, they might, but it's amazing to be number one, how close we can get without closing the deal, and number two, how many times now I've seen turkeys pretty close and not been able to get footage. I don't know what is going on over there. I think I saw a deer just bolt through an opening. So, oh yeah, this one right here. Alright, well that helped just a little bit. Not gonna lie, seeing those turkeys there before I got here bummed me out quite a lot, but I'll tell you what, I'm excited for the future for our buck population. That's probably number 12 or 13 I've seen as far as different young bucks in velvet. And I don't even know, there were 2 that I saw definitely that had antlers. That first one that zipped through there may have as well, but I don't know, stuff's moving. It's only 6:15, so maybe we do have a chance yet tonight.
Before I knew it, the birds seemed to be on their way back, headed along the hillside, moving directly towards me. Adding an extra layer to the chaos of having so many sets of eyes to catch any movement, I couldn't even move the camera to the jakes at this point. Yet another young buck chose this moment to walk up the hill directly at me, passing just behind me. By the time I was certain the deer had passed through, more birds had made their way out in front of me. They continued to mill around just beyond my comfortable shotgun range of 50 yards, but finally, one jake worked his way up the hill and got just a bit closer. At first, I thought he had seen my slight adjustment of the camera and spooked, but then I quickly began to realize what was happening.
I don't even know. They just flew up to roost there at 7:30. It doesn't get like dark until 9 o'clock, so I thought I had a little more time, but I guess the fact that it's rainy and overcast, they're flying up a little earlier. But I was actually getting ready to try to take that shot on the first one that flew up. When he started up the hill, I just decided they weren't gonna come across the hillside in front of me like I had hoped. So I kind of started shifting around the camera because he was basically directly behind it from my line of sight. And then he turned towards me, so I sort of waited because he was still 45 yards away. That's pretty far. The next thing I know, he's flying into a tree. But we're effectively trapped here until dark now because I don't want him seeing me getting out of here. And the other problem is tomorrow's Sunday and there's no Sunday hunting, so I can't even come back in here knowing exactly where they are. But I'm pretty sure that's the same group of birds that I've been on over and over. I'm kind of thinking a couple have joined that group, but the important thing is this is where they've roosted for the last week. And I've probably been a little too cautious about not getting in here close, but with Monday being the last day, I'm going to be here Monday morning and Monday evening, and a little more willing to take a 50-yard shot, I guess. Probably going to practice one or two tomorrow, actually, but man, inching closer, but we only have one day left. One more thing, by the way, I assumed the GoPro got that on film while I was waiting for a shot that never really presented itself. That little buck must have walked 3 yards away, something like that. Wasn't far, 10 feet at the most. And I don't think he ever saw me. So I just hope this superpower I've developed to go sit in the woods and have deer, or specifically bucks, walk right to me. I hope it lasts beyond the spring, because it's getting absurd how many times that's happened. Like almost every time I go out, which I love it, don't get me wrong, but if I could do that with turkeys, that would be useful right now.
Monday morning, the birds were there once again. However, once they flew down off the roost, the jakes began fighting, which seemed to send them off in the opposite direction of where they had gone on previous mornings.
It's been an hour and a half now since they flew down and went the other direction. For the past 3 weeks, every time I've seen them when they flew down off the roost, or even if I didn't actually see them fly down, they've hit the ground and gone across the hillside this direction, and it looked like they were going to do that again. I don't know how much I got on film before the jakes started fighting, because I was just moving super slow and careful, trying not to get seen. But once those two started fighting, they all just moved the other way, so go figure. But rather than potentially spook them by moving around back here looking for them, I'm just gonna back up and get out. Got this evening and that's it, but clearly they roost in here a lot, and when I come back this evening, I'm not sitting at this tree again.
Monday evening came and went without so much as a sighting, ending my 2021 spring turkey season with my tag still in my pocket. I can't be upset. The encounters and experiences with spring wildlife alone made the time put in well worth it. I also was chasing younger birds, prioritizing obtaining meat. I felt as though the turkey population is a bit weaker this year than most, so not filling my tag, especially on one of the jakes, is a more than fine result in my eyes. That said, I learned a lot this season, not only about filming and hunting quiet birds, but also about my own approach to hunting. I feel as though my reluctance to make an aggressive move, for fear of spooking the turkeys and costing me an opportunity, ultimately cost me anyway. I'll take that lesson along with the others gained this season, and I look forward to applying them on future hunts. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.